Yeah. Yeah. Where have you been? Where have you been? Where have you gone? Oh, we missed you for so long. Where have you gone? Where have you been, Danny boy? Where have you gone? Where have I gone? Is he dead? Is he fat? Yes, but I'm fine, living my life, doing my thing. Moved to Florida and singing all the songs about what has happened to me now. Where have I been? Let's catch up, cause you know I got a bunch of stuff. I live in Florida now and everyone is homeless. Florida now and you know I'm homeless too. In my mind, where have I been? Where have I gone this time? I don't know. But you see where I'm going, where I'm knowing. You don't see me anymore on the internet. You never see me anymore on the internet. Well, guess what? I needed you too. I need you so gosh darn bad. Cause guess what? Your boy is back, dressed in all black. Cause I am fat, I don't want to look fat on cam for the first time in like 5 years. Do you understand my tears rolling down my face and clogging up my eye holes? You just know that where I've been, now I'm back with him. You know who it is, it's Daddy Joe. He was like, hey, I was like, yo. He was like, let's do a pod. And I was like, you're gonna be on it? He was like, nah. And I was like, wait, you want me to do it myself? He was like, yeah. And I was like, yeah. And he was like, where have you been, dog? And I was like, don't worry about it. He was like, really? Don't talk to me like that. And I was like, oh, my bad. What's up, everybody? It is your boy, Danny Lopriore. Do not adjust your TV set or your phone. The boy is back. Take you on a little, trip of what I've been up to. I live in Florida now. Coming from a place like New York City, I thought people in New York City were crazy, but now I've realized that this is just a whole different type of crazy down here. The first week that I was living here, I was coming out of a gas station, and a guy walks up to me with a jacket on. He says, "What's up, man?" I say, "What's going on, man?" I was like, I don't really have any money right now. He's like, "Listen, I'm not worried about all that." I was like, okay, cool. So he opens his, like in old movies, like those old like hustler guys, they would open their jacket and it would just be like watches and like weird jewelry and shit, and they'd sell that to you. This guy opened his jacket and had flying squirrels in it. He came up to me and said, "Yo, man, you interested in a squirrel?" And I had to think about it because I kind of was. It's not something I left the house that day being like, damn, dude, I hope I will run into a squirrel today. But when the opportunity was brought to me, I was immediately enamored with this man and the contents of his jacket. I used to watch that show, The Bear, and loved it. Now that I work in a restaurant, I can't watch 1 second of that goddamn show. Because, I'm the guy that calls hands so I'm the expo at this restaurant. So I call hands, which means, for the love of God, somebody fucking bring me hands so I could take this plate and get it taken to where it has to go. Doesn't sound hard, but it's really hard. I don't know how to explain it. All chefs have moments where like they look at you like you're the dumbest person on earth, and you have to just look at them and go, yeah, chef. I used to do the Lopriore podcast with my brothers. One of the best, if not the best experience I've ever had with them, besides like all the moments where they would like throw me down the stairs or like put socks in my mouth and tell me if I scream they're going to kill me. Those were great too. I wanted to bring elements of that show over to this show. That's why we opened up with the song, Where Have You Been? Where Have You Gone? I want to bring that music element to this show and Santa Gato Studios as well, to kind of still scratch that musical itch that I know all of you guys have come to know me for and love me for. And that's one part of the format. But also what I want with this is that I want to be able to talk to fans of the show and fans of Santa Gato Studios. I want people. I don't want people. You know what I meant. You guys know what I meant, too. Yes, I have been on record saying that I've wanted to attend Diddy parties. I was young and dumb. I was 34. I was naive. I didn't know what was going on, okay? I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know that these parties were freak-offs. Apparently, some of these freak-offs were like 10 hours, dude. That's a long freak. That's an extended freak. I could freak for 2 minutes. 10 hours? Dude. You know, because everybody know I'm a thick girl. You know what I'm saying? I'm a thick bitch. Like, instead of baby oil, it'd just be like olive oil everywhere. You would go to that. You'd go to that. You'd go to that, dude. You go to that. Living in Miami, too. Everyone speaks Spanish and no one speaks English. Like, in the restaurant business, oh, my God. So, like, they'll be like, mira, like, Danny, like, I'll be like, see. I'd be saying yes to everything, dude. They could be like, yo, I need you to spread open that ass and let's put some freaking ramp butter in that booty. I'd be like, see. Saw that movie Sinners. There's a particular scene in the movie, if you haven't seen it, where Haley Steinfeld says something along the lines of, you stuck your tongue in my coos and fucked me so hard. When I was watching it, I started laughing, but then after a couple of minutes, I was like, damn, I wish people still talked like that. Texting and sexting and stuff nowadays, it's so dirty. It's so raunchy. It's nasty. You know? It's so forward and blunt. Flick my bean. Fuck me hard. I would love for them to be like, dear Danny, on the night of November 8th, you vanquished my vagina with the angst and thrust of a young boy. For how I long for that again. For you to gallivant through the fields of my pubertas. You know, like, that's more beautiful to me instead of being like, yo, like, you horny right now? Like, our shit is whack. Like, our Riz is so trash. Like, 1920s, like, 1800s Riz. Think about, like, the type of shit you had to say. And it's like, dear John, I place your letter between the crustaceans of my ass cracks, longing for the simmery summer touch of thine wiener. I'm like, oh my God, dude. I think I'm a boner right now, to be honest with you. I do have to, on a serious tip, really, you know, extend my thanks to Joe and Greg and all the guys over there at Santa Gato Studios for giving me a shot to do this. You know, this is something that I've really been excited to do and long for. Long for is crazy, dude. Did I just say long for? Chill, dude. I didn't long for it. I wanted to do it. These are submissions from fans who told me in confidence these stories that they thought were private, but now they're public. We'll start slow. One time, I spent the night at my best friend's house in 6th grade. All right, normal. Totally done that before. I slept on the floor in his room. Made a bed, in quotation marks, with blankets and shit. I pissed the bed and the floor, basically. I woke up to realize what I'd done around 6 a.m., rolled the blankets up and shoved them under his bed, called my grandma to come pick me up, and I left without saying anything, and I told him when I was 23 years old that it happened. Now, have I been known to pee? Yeah. I remember one time I was sleeping on my friend's floor, and during the middle of the night, I just woke up and started peeing on his floor, and he woke up and was like, hey, you're peeing on my floor. And I was like, hey, no, I'm not. And he was like, dude, you are. And I said, don't worry about it. I just kept peeing. Just kept peeing. Sure, I feel bad about it. I feel gross about it. I don't feel bad about it. Could be worse. Could be worse. Next one. My ex was aroused by my farts. First of all, this is a girl sending this. Just to give you context. My ex was aroused by my farts and would beg me to fart. I am free now. See, like, I don't know if I'm supposed to laugh at this one or, like, be like, good for you. Like, you made it. Like, I'm happy that you got through that. Because that could be traumatic, I guess. Because girls don't fart as much as I. Like, if my wife came to me and she was like, I want you to fart all day, I'd be like, that's the hottest thing you've ever said to me. Like, I was just reading a study the other day. Yeah, I know how to read. Farting helps lower your blood pressure and lowers your risk of heart attack. If farting helps you relieve stress, lower your blood pressure, and keeps you from having a heart attack, I'm the healthiest person in the world. Listen, I've farted on Instagram stories all the time, and I get flooded with messages of being like, yo, I want to buy your farts. I want to buy them. Like, I farted recently the other day, ripped it right on Instagram, and I did it in a garage, too, because I wanted the acoust. So I farted real loud, big old booty clapper, dude. Shook the block. Real Hammer of Thor type fart. I felt it slither out of my underpants and just clap my fucking butt cheeks apart. like a salmon. And a dude was like, yo, I'll give you $100 to send me that video. And I was like, ugh. $150. I sent it. I don't care. I've sold it. I've sold a fart before to a dude. Who knows what he does with it? I think we know what he does with it. But you know what? Whatever gets you through. Because I've been there. Like my family, we were the king of like having peanut butter but no jelly. You know what I mean? Having ham and cheese but no bread. Or cheese and bread and no ham. You know how it is. Empty jars of mayo in there that just people just won't throw in the garbage. You don't catch a bottle that's down to the thump. There's nothing worse than when you know there's no ketchup in it, but you're still going thump, thump, thump. Just praying something squeaks out of there. I have a small nutsack. Who doesn't? You know what I mean? The first thing that goes in your 30s, they don't say that. It's your nuts. In your mid to late 30s, first thing that goes, it's your nuts. I have a small nutsack, and some girl told me my balls look like a kiwi the first time I met her. Still smashed, though. Honestly, if your balls look like a kiwi, those are some cute-ass balls, bro. Those are some cute ABs. I'm just keeping it 100p. Those are some cute ABs. I feel like big balls, like planet balls. Those are gross, you know? Like, I don't know, maybe girls like that, just like big old fucking cantaloupe nuts. But like if you have little like cute kiwi balls, like that's just cute AF to me, dog. I don't care what anyone says. I'd rather have cute balls than big ass balls. Stop me when I'm lying. You know what I'm saying? Like if someone told me to describe my balls right now, I'd be like, ugh. It's like you ever like cracked an egg and tried to cook it on the sidewalk? Now imagine you did it twice. I used to get craft local sodas at some place in town and fill up half of the lemon lime with piss and give it to my neighbor we all hated. He was a fat. I feel like that's a derogatory term now. He was a fat. Can't say that to us, dude. That's just fucked up, bro. You can't do that. He was also a spoiled kid, and he'd drink the whole thing, did it at least 3 times. So there was a time where in high school, okay, there was a group of girls who were like kind of rude and thought they were really cool, and we used to buy their beer all the time, and, you know, maybe there was a time where I poured a little bit out of a 40 bottle ounce of beer and maybe did about 4 inches of my own pee-pee. Might have, allegedly, might have done it. And I'll be honest with you, making someone drink your pee unknowingly, it's a rush. All right, pee, now you know we got to go to poop. Got to go to poop. If you're going to do pee, you got to do poop, right? You know what I mean? If you're going to do pee, you got to do poop. Pooped in a garage at church. First of all, what kind of church has a garage? Church with a garage? You just pull up to a church and you just see Father Phil working on his fucking SS Camaro, taking the restrictor plate off to give it a little more juice. Don't tell the nuns because it's not exactly street legal. I went to a church with a garage in it, dude. This guy's nuts. When they found the poop, they were like, it's poop. They were like, it's the baby Jesus. The mystery of poop. Pooped in a garbage. Dude, I got my tonsils removed awake in Italy when I was 7 with no anesthesia, and it took 4 nurses to hold me down. I fought for my life. First of all, why were you 7 in Italy? What the fuck? That's another thing, too. I still got my tonsies. And my Wisdies? Still got them. I went to the dentist for the first time in like 8 years. As soon as I opened my mouth, the dentist just went, hey. I just go, ha. What's wrong? And he was like, a lot, dude. This dude was scraping barnacles off my teeth, dog. I'm a paramedic, and last week I delivered a baby in the back of an ambulance. Very cool. It was the mother's 9th child. Damn. It was the mother's 9th child. We hit a giant pothole in the road, and the baby just came right out with no effort from the mother pushing. 9 children out the snoozle? It's irreparable at that point, right? But I know they have Vag Rejuve where they can make it something else, but, you know, having your 9th baby slide out of your coos, it's crazy. I wish I could have a baby just once, just to see what it's like. You know what I mean? Because I'm basically pregnant all the time anyway. So for me to, like, actually be able to have a kid instead of a big fat dookie, it was just like a big fat baby, that'd be kind of sick. This one is, I just have a bunch of questions, so I want to save it for last. He goes, I got surgery on my balls. because one of them twisted 360. I love how he said it like his ball landed a fucking special in Tony Hawk. One of them twisted 360. Like, when I was reading that, I was like, damn, dude, that fucking ball shreds. I get him his own deck, dude. This guy's fucking balls doing 360s in his sleep. It's like something you would brag. It's like, my balls do 360s in their sleep. Now they're permanently stitched to the inside of the sack so they can't move again. Enjoy the imagery. You guys are really some freaks. Like, those are kind of freakier than the guy that gave me $150 for my fart. Not shamed about it. Do it again. Hard times. Listen. Send more. We need more. Just make sure they're true. Don't lie to get on the show. I want to thank my friends over at Santa Gato Studios for this opportunity. Got a lot coming. A lot more just fun content coming. So I want to thank everyone who's a part of this. I want to thank everyone who's going to become a part of this. And, you know, Venmo at D Lopriore, Cash App. No, I'm kidding.